Chapter 5 of Wishtree. Names aren't the only way we differ from crows. Some crows are male, some trees are female, and some, like me, are both. It's confusing, as is so often the case with nature. Call me she, call me he, anything will work. Over the years, I've learned that botanists, those lucky souls who study the lives of plants all day, call some trees such as hollows, willows, dioecious, which means they have separate male and female trees. Lots of trees like me are called monoecious. That's just a fancy way of saying that on the same plant you'll find a separate male and female flowers. It is also evident that trees have far more interesting lives than you sometimes give us credit for. Chapter 6. One thing trees and crows have in common, in fact, one thing all the natural world has in common is the rule that we're not supposed to talk to people. It's for our own protection. At least that's the theory. I've often wondered if the endless silence is a good idea. There have been so many times I've wanted to speak up, to intervene, to help people. I've never said a word, though. That's just the way the world has always worked. Have there been slip-ups? Sure, mistakes have been made. Last year I heard about a frog named Fly who'd been napping in a mailbox. All frogs are named after bugs they enjoyed eating. When the mailman opened the box, Fly leaped out with a frantic croak. The mailman fainted. He woke up to Fly, who was apologizing profusely, squatting on his forehead. Clearly a breach of the don't talk to people rule, but always seems to happen. The incident was soon forgotten. After all, the mailman was absolutely certain that frogs couldn't talk. Just hearing things, he no doubt told himself. Interestingly enough, he retired not long after the frog incident. In any case, when you consider the number of trees and frogs and otters and worms and dragonflies and armadillos and even everybody else in the natural world, you'd think people would have caught on to our little secret by now. What can I say? Nature is tricky, and people are well, sorry, but most of you aren't that observant. Perhaps you're wondering, if you're a curious or doubting sort, just exactly how trees communicate. You may find yourself inspecting a nearby ponderosa pine, perhaps, or a aspen or a sweet gum, puzzling out the magic. People speak with the help of lungs, throats, voice boxes, tongues, and lips, thanks to an interactive symphony of sound and breath and movement. But there are plenty of other ways to convey information. An eyebrow cocked, a giggle stifled, a tear brushed aside. These too are ways you express yourself. For a tree, communication is just complicated and miraculous as it is for humans. In a mysterious dance of sunlight and sugar, water and wind and soil, we build invisible bridges to connect with the world. Frogs have their own way of connecting. Same for dogs. Same for newts and spiders, elephants and eagles. How exactly do we do it? That's for us to know and you to figure out. Nature always adorns a great secret. And there's a leaf with an acorn. A leaf, part of the tree, an acorn, part of part of what the tree bears. So we're on chapter 7. Hope you enjoyed chapter 5 and chapter 6. Bye-bye.